Nick has been saying that he had the best nachos of his entire life.
Where do you think I had them?
Somewhere dumb.
Is this gonna be like that time is like the best burger I've ever had, and it's like in LAX?
It's like that. It is like that.
Was it at LAX again?
No,
They went 2 for 2.
no.
Shit.
No.
Dude, we were roasting.
Dude, that place is
this.
that burger place in LAX is a magical place. I'm at Anders' home there.
That's cool.
That's like the most magical place ever.
That's cool. I'll give you
Get
that.
the best burger and meet awesome celebrities
Well, where's this nacho from? Don't deviate.
at the Regal Theater.
You believe that shit?
Dude, they were
Isn't that
so
crazy? Dude,
good.
we kept asking him
pathetic,
like
man.
questions.
Dude.
That's pathetic. Were they the circle chips?
Great question.
That was the first question they asked, and I said no, they weren't the Lunchable ones.
They were like regular.
They were circular, but they weren't small. They were like bigger, like
they
big.
were circular.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
So
yeah.
that means that
circular.
they're not. That means they're processed.
Oh,
and then I asked, do you
Oh,
really?
they're processed. I guess they're not delicious.
Yeah, I would think that would reduce the quality of the product.
Chocolate cake, processed, delicious.
Worse than cuties, homemade.
No chocolate is
Not where I'm
homemade.
not from a movie theater.
Slime goes, no chocolate is homemade.
And
There's blood on all of our hands. Bro, he was saying that
they were so good.
He's saying the best nachos he's had in his lifetime.
Were there any toppings or was it just the cheese?
It was just the cheese.
Yeah, of course, because it's at Regal fucking theaters. And they cost how much? $15?
They were
wait,
so
and then was it
expensive.
like what
Yeah.
was it like liquid cheese?
Yeah, it's the shitty gold liquid cheese that they get
cheese?
out of
and
the
the machine cheese.
the
It just
machine.
can't be.
The
And
cheese
it's-
looked.
I know.
The cheese. I won't even hold you. The cheese looked disgusting. It was like.
Because it is disgusting.
It was like it had bubbles in it, but there was no air. It was just the shape of bubbles.
Was it just hot and you were hungry?
That's
It
what I
was-
was like, okay, you're watching Sonic 3, you're having a great time.
You're watching Sonic
associating
3?
it
You're
watching Sonic 3?
with the movie.
No, I was not watching Sonic 3. I was watching.
Probably at Sonic 3.
I don't even know what it was called. What was it called? It was called
Is there a hedgehog?
You
One
remember
of
the
them-
movie because you're so into your nachos.
It was called One of Them Days with Keke Palmer.
Okay.
Is this it? Does this fucking get you hard?
No, can you type
pussy?
in Regal?
Are you losing your
Regal Theater?
fucking mind? Are you losing your
nachos.
fucking mind right now, Nick?
Don't type. Yeah, there you go.
It's none of these. No.
Is that it?
Oh, no, none of this.
So this gore isn't interesting to
Oh.
you. Jeez, dude, that one's yellow. That looks gross.
Wait, go to the top left.
This is like footy
Click on
scram.
that. So that's not what that's the closest to what it looks like. Like it had the cheese in a compartment and then it had the chips in a compartment, but it didn't look like those.
It looks good,
And you just
at least.
yeah,
It was,
least it looks like that.
delicious.
dude, you would get better nachos.
My
from
bitch,
almost
sorry, my girlfriend.
Whoa,
I was gonna bring this up too. His dumbass bitch ass girlfriend, dude. She
Everyone knows he can attest. Popcorn fanatic. She loves the stuff.
Oh, me and
does,
her.
yeah.
That's the number one
the
thing we
Shaq and
share
Kobe
is our,
have eaten popcorn
our
for dinner.
love for popcorn. Me and Zipper too.
and we go to the movie theater. She said, "Can we get a popcorn?" And I'm like, "I'm not your dad."
The Zipper 3 also does this. It's like, can we get a soda?
And I'm like, just
it's
get a
like,
fucking,
yeah, I
yeah,
do what?
you're a working adult.
just get a popcorn.
I'm so different than you guys because when she asks, I go, yeah, a small though.
No, you know what she said? You know what she said? She said, "Can we get a small popcorn?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna finish it. Just get
Small
one."
popcorn?
I just
That's crazy.
If she would
That's
say
demure.
small, I would chime in. I'd go, let's do medium.
And I
Let's
say,
get crazy.
let's be
That's what
crazy.
they want to hear.
I say, do whatever you want.
do.
I want nachos. I'm in a nacho mood. I never get nachos at the movie theater ever, but I'm in a nacho mood. I don't know what it was. And I go up and I'm sorry, back up. I said, I want a warm pretzel, and then I said, no, I want nachos. And I looked at the menu and I'm like, oh, they don't have pretzels, but they do have nachos. And then I'm like, I'm about to order the nachos. I'm like, and I look over and they do have pretzels. I see them. I looked at them late. I'm like, fuck, they have pretzels too.
Now you're in a constitutional
And
crisis.
now I'm like, what am I gonna do? They have awesome looking. They call it was like super pretzel or something. It was like the most awesome name. And I was like, oh fuck, a super pretzel, or do I get nachos? And I went against my gut, and I was like, I'm gonna get the nachos, even though the pretzel was the first thing I wanted. Get the nachos, and I finished them before the movie started.
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
I finished
Isn't
them
this
before
crazy?
the previews.
No, he's been
were
talking about
over.
these nachos like this.
What the fuck
A
are you writing
lot.
To be clear,
show about?
all I said was I had the best nachos of my life, and when I told them where, they made it a long thing. I didn't keep talking about it.
Because there's a lot more
But
questions.
it's not fair to be like
asked.
he keeps talking about it. It's like it keeps being pulled out.
You're
It's
talking
just-
about it right now like a religious experience.
Because you asked.
You've just lost all validation. I
do you
used to
mean?
look up to you, man.
Like when you say, "Oh, I
You
had the
never looked up
best."
to me.
I have. When I would think of food places, I would think of Nick. I
This
used to look up
dings
to
your
Nick's food
credibility on
places.
food
No,
restaurants.
no, 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 no.
saying.
Doesn't that give?
Nick used to be a damn food fiend. Remember
Look,
that guy?
look, if
would ask
Gordon-
like,
if
He's a real
Gordon-
eater.
Let's get the.
If
let's
Gordon
get the
Freaking
autograph.
Ramsay went to the movie theater and was like, "This is the best fucking hot dog I can't do the accent right now I've ever had."
"Ain't the best fucking hot dog
The
I've
best
ever
fucking hot dog
delicious
I've ever
hot
put
dog.
in me going.
Yeah, then
If he
I
said
would.
that, wouldn't you be like, "It must
That
be a good
must
hot
be
dog"?
pretty good.
Yeah, I would give it
Must be
to.
pretty
He has a.
So why is you trust me with my food?
Well,
Why?
Do you think
you
there's
were-
a difference
You
between
had
you and Gordon
you
Ramsay?
had food social credit,
Real
and you
hair.
were in the, but you didn't have enough food social credit
Yes.
to make a Regal nachos.
You just went over the line. You
Yeah.
went
To be clear,
overboard.
Gordon would lose it. He could do that like 3 times, but if he keeps.
If he spams, he's gonna lose
If
credibility.
Nick Yingling goes to the movie theater and learns what nachos are and eats them in that order,
Yeah.
and then goes, "I had the best food today."
That's the
That's
opposite.
way
we don't
different.
go, "They're probably awesome," because he has no idea what nachos are. So why, on my side of the equation, where I am a food critic, would you not just believe they're delicious?
Dude,
Because it
first
just
off,
sounds
first-
like
is
you
so
just
sound.
sound
I'm sick of this fucking bit. Nick Yingling has known about nachos for months, okay? I want to get that out of the fucking way.
It was last August, and it was the best day of his
Because I
life.
fucking mean to him for no reason.
Yeah, I saw him cutting a tortilla with scissors to try to make
He's
them.
like,
Second off,
I
I don't have big food expectations of Yingling because he eats a damn factor meal every day. He's not seeking delicious foods. He's just seeking nutritious foods.
You're kind of like a food guy, man.
And I would try it. I would be like, okay, I'll try this. I'll try it like as a joke.
I will go right now after this. I will go get them. Come on, can I say something? How good are nachos ever really?
Like really
Not
good.
that,
If you get
like
if you,
fine.
Nachos are always, they're
I
like,
think-
these are fine.
I love nachos.
Because nachos is the appeal of nachos is that
Hella cheese.
every bite varies in value, and sometimes you hit a god nacho
oh yes,
that has like cheese, sour cream, ground beef.
Love
and it
it.
has
Imagine
everything.
a nacho.
Yeah, bitch.
No, this fucking loaded. Like I ordered nachos.
what do you mean loaded? It's nachos.
Yeah,
Like
So-
I
so
ordered,
top left,
I
top left,
ordered
top
my
left, top left.
nachos with anchovies.
That's my
and
ideal.
They're my dinner.
This is hype.
No,
That's
this is,
my
this
ideal
is it.
That's what it
nachos.
is.
If you order nachos as your main dish at a restaurant for dinner, you should be fucking killed.
That's crazy. I do that. Why is
That
it
is a
crazy?
fucking-
Why?
I don't
Chips
agree
aren't
with you.
dinner. What am I,
No.
5?
No.
I think, look, if you're going, if it's your
Fucking
regular
burrito.
thing, sure, but like,
Do you
if-
guys have cereal? Oh, I guess I'll have nachos then.
It's tortilla with cheese, meat, and vegetables. It's literally every Mexican dish. You're fucking stupid.
well, imagine you're at the Hard Rock.
If you load them up,
Okay, I'm at the Hard Rock. My
All
God.
right, and every meal is like the Elvis Presley burger,
Yeah.
the Prince nachos. Going for the Prince nachos is a fair play there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going,
So
you guys
real.
want to split the Prince nachos? I'm going to get the burger.
That's fine too.
That's fine too.
Because nachos aren't dinner.
isn't it?
It's just because there's numerous amounts of a food that you think it doesn't belong as dinner,
Isn't it
which is crazy. You're in a jail
circumstantial?
of the mind.
Are chips and dip dinner?
I've moved on from this. I have
Are chips and dip dinner?
It
They're
can
not.
be.
no. I think they can.
But they're
be.
not nachos.
But nachos
kill
are
yourself.
dinner?
No, I'm saying both can be. I've moved on from this shackles that we have as a society. where
Ranch beans.
If I go to a restaurant now, I'm more often than not pick 2 or 3 apps as my meal.
That ass.
No.
That's a fucking.
What?
That's a fucking woke way to
No,
live.
that's peace.
That's an awake world that you live
that's
in. You
peace
have woken
mode. I
up
like
from the
that.
fucking
I
nature.
like that.
So what I might do is I might pick the nachos in like the calamari.
2 or more appetizers combined to one person, that is dinner.
That's so what I was. So that's nachos
So
for
here
dinner.
you are
No,
being
no,
a
no, no.
fucking
Nachos alone is
insane
not dinner.
man.
You could get a fat plate of nachos. That could be your dinner. They
It
could
also
be
could
loaded
be
up.
Sometimes they're fat as fuck.
If I'm
Nachos are
at the
good.
That's
bowling,
dope.
if I'm at the bowling alley and I'm watching,
It's a vibe thing. It's not about if
You're a fucking-
It's
you're
not
a
about if I
slave.
could take a knife to a taco and make it
But
nachos.
there's certain restaurants which vibes match it, like the Hard Rock
Exactly.
or a bowling alley,
Yeah.
or like depends where you're eating dinner, or
I'm not-
if you're eating movie theater
not at
dinner.
the steakhouse.
If I cut your brain open, there'd be slave handcuffs on it right now. Because that's how you're fucking thinking.
How would the
And I'd be unlocking
How
them,
would the handcuffs
'cause in all
fit
my
around
memories,
your
When
I
it
just-
cuts through the brain,
Would they
just be the
would they fit
shackle.
in the
Yeah.
wrinkles or?
Yeah, they're just embedded in there like fucking teeth and gums.
No, dude.
And that's how you live your life, according to Jim.
I'm brave for saying
That's
nachos
crazy.
aren't
You're not
dinner.
brave. You're not
I'm
brave.
brave. I'm 1 to 3.
We're breaking
Oh,
status
you
quo.
guys are all out of the Matrix. Oh, yeah, right.
I've escaped it.
Oh, you're not fucking.
It's also not how stats work. There's not a big group, all right? There are enough people in this group have said we should do a child pageant.
How stats
well,
work.
don't fucking.
3 people in this group
don't-
have recommended a child pageant. I would
And the
not
4th
say
is me.
that's a brave stance.
Which 3?
If I could get that in there.
You fucker.
I haven't backed that.
Yes,
once.
you have. Roll the clip, Archie. I'm not attending the pageant
You
anymore.
gotta have kids.
I'm
at
not
the
going to the
pageant.
pageant. I'm busy that
This
day.
is you know what I'm fucking sick of you because you don't engage in the marketplace of ideas.
I'm always throwing
You
these
shut
ideas
down.
in
You
events.
shut up everything. This is the marketplace.
It's a small pageant.
This is the marketplace. You never
I'm not
set
going
up.
to the pageant.
Very close-minded.
Archie's got a folder of those
I was always against that
on
idea.
the desktop. Look, vote on your phones, man, in the
Look,
fucking
Aiden,
comments.
Aiden, nachos. They're fine. You never have nachos and you're like, oh my God.
True.
I've had that.
It's
what
like,
the fuck
it's,
are you
it's like
talking
this.
about?
You get a nacho and you go,
That's
Yeah.
crazy. You guys are
Oh,
insane.
I've
this
had
is
great
pretty-
nachos.
I've had like stellar nachos.
Where?
There's this place in Vegas.
The
It's like a
Hard Rock.
nacho place.
Yeah, but if you get
Dead
a
ass.
great,
The Hard
a
Rock nachos
great-
kill.
They just have a ceiling.
Any
it's like
Mexican
a great,
place-
A great nacho is gonna be like a
imagine.
7 out of 10.
Okay.
I think we're Shake Out the Burger. I got nachos once. They were great.
I'm dead ass. You know how when you eat nachos, it's like, oh, a soggy one. And then it's like, this one's the king
We've
one.
talked about that. It's a gamble, and that's fun.
Okay, we talked about it 5 seconds ago. I'm aware. I'm making a comparison. I didn't have a single nacho that wasn't perfect.
Yeah, that's because your
They can't-
nachos were a
no,
consistent
they can't
6.5.
sog when it's like fucking
I don't-
cheese
There's-
out of a roll.
I
There's
don't,
nowhere
I
to
don't
go.
care. I
There's
don't
nowhere to
care
go.
if there was Fent in it. They were perfect.
If there was white china.
I'm sorry. This is your
You
worst take.
care.
You haven't had them.
This might rival the Dr. Mario take.
I was right. We asked a scientist.
You're basically saying to me like you had
This
consistent.
is actually the exact same as Dr. Mario because we asked Hank Green and he said, of course not. 'Cause he's a smart
Hank Green
scientist.
would behead you with a fucking sword.
I will go to this Regal establishment. Okay, and I'll order these nachos they sell for $18.
Don't call them nachos.
How much?
order
How much?
these
nachos.
Wait,
There's
that's
some
actually
exotic
good.
food.
That's actually a good question. How much did they cost?
Regal
I
Theater.
mean, they were probably
Look at the prices of
$30.
Yeah,
the
they're
movies,
Because
man.
a big part
They
of
were
like,
not
you know,
30.
why is In-N-Out great?
No,
it's not
I
because
don't
it's
want
the best burger of all
this Aiden
time.
game of like the price influences the flavor.
I would
It doesn't
agree.
influence
And
the
I'm wearing a big
it
diaper
doesn't
and
influence the
Mickey.
flavor.
I don't. The thing is, we don't need to go there, Aiden, because it's just insane.
It's just-
on its
it,
own.
it will lose on merit
You know
alone.
what? I agree. We don't. We don't
I
because they
didn't
just
say I
can't
had
be
it.
that
They just
good.
can't. They just can't.
Economically, I had the best nachos ever. I didn't say that.
Dude, you should just
I
eat
said
Lunchleys.
yeah,
You
I-
should eat Lunchleys because that's what you fucking. That's what you would lose your mind at those.
Yeah, you'd be fucking losing the little pizza. You'd be like, guys, you burst the door open, kick it open.
best pizza, in the world.
I specified they weren't.
Pizza sauce all over his face.
They weren't Lunchables nachos, which I've had a lot of
You
growing up.
described the nachos and the cheese, and it was
we
like
saw
that's,
pictures, and you're
that
like, it
is
kind
the
of looked like
Lunchables.
that.
It
And
is
it's
kind of like you put them in a pack a punch
It's
machine.
like a bigger Lunchables.
It is. Yeah, it is shaped exactly
and
like that.
warmer.
You have the
It
Regal
goes like a
Lunchables.
square, like vessel.
I'm totally willing to
Let me
try
ask
it.
you a question. You fucking Nazis. Let me ask you a question. I go to the movie theater, right? Unsuspecting. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get some shitty nachos. I want some shitty nachos. I get them and they're delicious. What am I to do? Lie?
So you should
Not
say,
tell
you should
you?
say, dude, the nachos actually packed a punch.
They were.
You have to like downplay
What?
it.
I piece of flour?
You should be
Because-
embarrassed. Shame.
Because I enjoyed them.
Because in the same way you just described it to us, you go in thinking they're gonna be shitty. It's like actually they're way better than I thought. Because I had this growing up. There was a Chunky cinema in New Hampshire, and Chunky's was one of the first cinemas near me that offered food while you watched.
It was started by the guy that Aiden played basketball with.
It was. And he would punch you in the nuts and you walk in the door for half off. Anyway, the burgers from there were some of the better burgers in New Hampshire.
Interesting.
That I had access to. And I always thought that, but I was like, they're not the best burger I
And
had.
now what if you were fucking crucified for that?
No, because I wouldn't walk
What
out.
if in front of
he
all the
wouldn't walk
hoes in
out.
Jerusalem,
I'm not walking
you
out.
were put on a big letter P with your tiny little balls out and killed.
You come in like Paul.
that day.
You came in like Paul fucking Revere.
Yeah, dude.
Going,
Yeah.
the nachos, the nachos.
You said they were the best you've ever had in your life. That is a crazy hyperbolic
You
statement.
came in the room.
You said they were the best you've ever. You've lived for 30 years on this earth.
The best that you
Crazy.
said
That's
best.
the crazy part. If you said they were
motherfuckers.
fucking dope,
We're sitting, we're writing, and I've probably said something really funny, made everyone laugh recently. And I go, oh my God, this weekend at the movie theater, I had like the best nachos I've ever had. That's what happened. I
we
said
all
that. And
we all
everyone-
dropped. We dropped. It wasn't like that.
That's the crazy
It
thing.
wasn't like
Paul
that.
Revere?
It wasn't like that. It was like we like dropped what we were doing and turned. Like he said a fucking slur like loud and proud.
Yeah, he's like, I have a good idea for something the characters should say.
And we were like, what?
It's
And
like
then it just became
fucking,
it was
Chris
investigation. Yes, it was.
I feel like
you said the best nachos in your life,
It's like
and that's crazy.
getting Domino's and being like, is like some of the best pizza I've ever had.
You know what you say? That was the best Domino's I've ever had in my life.
And that's what I'm saying about Chunkies. So it's like
Yeah,
instead
what
of
an
Paul
awesome
Revere.
story. Oh, I went to the movie theater. I had the best movie theater nachos I've ever had.
I'm sorry.
Well, we were just talking that was just talking about our weekend. That was literally the prompt of like us all hanging out.
Right.
And then he said some insane shit that we had to stop, drop, and roll. That's all I'm saying.
It's just like some prophets. There's some people who are gonna follow me and they're gonna try them and they're gonna be like, let's keep this a secret. Because there's people like fucking you guys. The non-believers.
What do you fucking mean? You're the prophet? You're the Messiah?
Yeah.
And you have some followers who go to Regal theaters and lose all of their money on nachos?
You're Judas.
I'm not Judas.
You're Judas.
I'm
So you're
Judas.
calling yourself Jesus.
I'm Judas. I'm
Judas'
fucking-
brother. Judas' gay brother.
I'm Judas, but he was like right. I don't know how what the
Judas
story
had
was.
a gay
and I'm on a big T.
I'm gay Judas.
And I'm like,
You're Sodom and Gomorrah.
they were so good.
I'm gay Judas, and I had gay sex with like another guy with Jesus.
Why are
I
you
don't
making
know.
yourself gay, Judas?
I don't know.
You
I'd be
already
like,
made him
I
gay.
already have I'm already your gay brother.
yeah, I'm your gay brother, and you're gay Judas's brother, and we have fucking
You are
like, sex
my
all the
gay brother,
time.
but you're gay Judas.
Yeah, I
They were-
fucking
I
it's
don't
back
tell you.
shots.
I don't know.
All day.
Sorry,
We
the
will go.
The nachos were gross.
We will
They
go.
were gross.
No,
Don't try
now
them.
you're being.
No.
Don't be like that. Don't be like
No,
that.
no.
Don't do the
This
face.
side.
Don't do
I'm
the
sure
merc
they were
face.
pretty good. I'm sure they were pretty good.
And I don't even think I'll hate them that much.
No,
Yeah.
they were mid.
I bet they'll be tasty.
Oh, come on. How about
They
this?
were mid.
Don't do this.
You can't.
I don't like
Come on,
you're making your mouth
man.
all wide. You're making your
No,
mouth
I'm nice and
mouth
normal
all
width.
flat and
The
wide.
normal width of my mouth.
Zipper, look up the best nachos in LA. How about we do this? How about we go to 3 nacho spots?
Okay.
DEI elevator.
Nick shouldn't have left us by ourselves.
Breaking the thing at the mall. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here.
Is that upstairs?
Yeah, Mega Man drops January 6th.
Oh shit. It says you're gay.
Oh!
It says you're gay all the time. Dude, it's actually growing back in some spots.
Don't say some spot.
Well,
Oh, that's tough. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail.
This is why we need the DEI elevator.
Shit. We should have taken it because I'm overweight and you're bald
And I'm bald.
and he's French.
we decided to actually do it. We're here. We're at Regal Theater. This is the alleged spot where they make the greatest nachos on earth. We're gonna order some. Do we have to get a movie ticket?
Movie ticket? I think you can just walk in and buy food. We've done this before.
What? Who?
Years ago, we were drunk with, I think, Nick Allen and my girlfriend when we used to live, and we went in.
I'm already tired of this story. Hey, can I get 4 of your best nachos?
Holy See,
Hold up.
I'm saying we need to call him, bro.
Okay. My friend came here and he said he had the best nachos in the world that he's ever had, but he didn't mention there was variety.
Yeah, there's like Tostitos hot Cheetos, if you want Tostitos, Doritos, and all hot Cheetos. That's up to you.
Yo, what kind of nachos did you get?
Just the regular one. You want to get a couple of them?
Do you want? You mean varieties?
Well,
Yeah, they
he's
have like
Well,
random
he
ones.
said Tostitos, Doritos.
Yeah, I mean it's up to you. You tell us. We're sheep.
Get the default and then get a couple varieties.
1 default and variety or 2 default and varieties?
well, we should all get our
2
own.
defaults and a variety.
Okay.
Okay.
2 of the default nacho,
Yeah.
and then what's the popular varieties?
The one that people recommend or in general?
Yeah, recommended.
A lot of people usually like to get the Tostitos and hot Cheetos.
All right, I'll get 1 of each of those then.
Not to be crazy, but look at where they're stored.
In the nachos machine.
It doesn't really look like.
Oh, looks good. Looks good.
He said they were the best he's ever had, so we're confused, and we're like,
surely had these.
Oh yeah.
Would you say they're the best nachos you've ever had? Because they could be good.
I like them.
yeah, right, like they're fine. Okay,
I
yeah,
believe
yeah.
that. Would you say you could have nachos for dinner? What's your stance on that? Could you have nachos for dinner?
Probably not. Probably.
Wow.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Do you think
Interesting.
Dr. Mario's a real doctor?
Does he have a PhD?
This is a mini game. It's a side plot. Does Nick recognize the difference between Coke and Pepsi?
Yeah, that's huge. He'll be like, this Coke tastes weird, or maybe you won't.
If he finishes this is 7,000 calories. I don't know what's grosser, is him wanting this or Aiden getting a large popcorn for himself.
Dude, that's crazy. Now he's explaining. he's explaining. He's explaining. You look insane. Okay, yeah, that's a crazy frame. Dude, you're an animal. You're like a goat.
I sometimes when I do this, I think about how happy I'd be on a farm. If this was just me every day.
Yeah, eating popcorn from like a trough.
Yeah, I think I'd be happier.
Dude, it looks like Simpsons food. It's got like a.
I don't like how it's not like homogenized.
It's not like flat. Yeah,
It feels like
it's coagulating.
It looks like it's been. Kind of looks like it's been pooped out. Like it's kind of squirted.
No,
kinda
it
got
looks
squirted
good. It
out.
looks like mustard, like cartoon mustard. Wait, did you just hum the tune to "Hot Person" by Bobby Shmurda? Yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah, maybe. And if it is, what are you gonna do about it?
I just like this.
We're
Okay,
going?
well we did it.
We're going.
We went and got the nachos.
We have them, Yardigans.
Now, are these what you described?
Right.
Yeah, which ones did you get? The hot Cheeto ones, Nick?
Show
No,
it to the
I didn't get the
camera,
hot Cheeto ones. No, this looks just.
This is what you got.
That looks a little bit like it like needs a
Oh.
mixing maybe, but
This is just.
maybe get a little bit of that.
Sure, yeah.
All right, everyone. Hey, look.
I got
look,
some
this
pictures
is
on my
this is
phone,
the
too.
It like jiggles like Jello.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It looks like my Montezuma's Revenge. Dude.
Now we did ask the person at the front
Yeah.
if they were the best nachos he's ever had, and he
Right.
kind of like fumbled, like he couldn't.
He couldn't answer.
He couldn't
it
say
was
that they
crazy.
weren't.
Yeah.
So you have somebody who works there grinding in your corner.
I
You
think
were really-
I think Loki was trying to keep his job.
That's what I thought
Yeah,
too.
like,
He's
he
like
doesn't
didn't
wanna
want to like
besmirch
blast.
Regal, like big regal.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's at the counter. We were filming him at the counter. He was very
Yeah.
cool.
he was ultimately said I like them, and
Yeah.
he couldn't name a better
Very
nacho.
political
Yeah.
answer.
He did
But
say
he likes
very
them.
cowardly.
He
But
did
he
say
likes
it.
them.
He
I'll say
said
that he
he was
was
not
a coward.
cowardly.
nachos weren't dinner. He did say that.
Yeah,
He
he
also
did say
said
that.
Mario's probably not a doctor.
This guy sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to think you just like this
This
guy.
guy sounds.
I'm starting to think Nick paid for this guy to be there.
Yeah.
No, I would have to have come earlier today and met the guy,
You
gave
had-
him money. He actually specified cash. I would have to have done all that. I didn't do any of that.
Guys, this is so hot. I think we should dive in.
You want
right,
to dive in?
let's
All
do
right.
it.
Hey, I'll hold it. I want to. Papa wants a bite. Give it a mix though.
Yeah, that'll change it.
So much
It
cheese.
came out
the
of a-
ratio. You're fucking the ratio.
I'm just I had to mix it.
It's
What's
so
the ideal
much.
ratio?
I'd say like 25% cheese, 75% chip.
Oh,
Dude, the camera fell. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, hold this. There you go. It's okay. We can still salvage this. We can still
Salvage.
these.
Get it off his fingers. Eat it off his fingers.
Dude, why did that happen?
It just didn't suck hard enough. Maybe because it's like a.
All right, Aiden, you're the cameraman.
Okay.
You're the cameraman for the back one.
It's so gross to look at this much cheese.
What? This is your
These are the
favorite.
best nachos you've ever had in your life.
This is not the context in which I ate
Be
them.
excited.
Oh, there's context.
This is the context, yeah.
Is it the movies? Are you not in a movie
Are you
theater?
the
so
kind
they're
of guy who
gross?
has like no tissues or napkins in his car, or
Yeah,
your glove
I'm
box gonna
pretty
help me out
normal,
here?
man. I don't have shit for you.
All right,
bro.
guys. Hey, everyone in the car, we're trying the nachos. What do we think?
I'm going crazy. I'm so hungry.
I started laughing.
Wait, you're still going in.
I'm on like nacho 7.
Okay, and how does it feel in your body and on your tongue?
So the nacho cheese has more of a kick than I would have expected. It's not just cheese.
It's a nice amount of spice, right?
I don't know where they got that.
I don't know where the spice comes from. It's a nice amount of spice.
It's not crazy.
It's a nice amount, not too crazy, family friendly spice, but it's a nice amount.
I think it's a Tostito. The chips are good. I was worried they'd be worse, but the chips are actually pretty good.
I am.
salty.
Yeah, there's a good amount of salt to them. It definitely makes me want to reach for a cup.
What if you now we got one special one. What if we dove into this real quick? Dive into the hot
So
Cheeto.
what is? You guys have a hot Cheeto version?
Yeah, it's just the same thing, but they have hot Cheetos with it.
Aiden, what are you pointing the camera at?
You?
No, a second ago you weren't.
Oh, damn.
I have so much cheese on my hands.
Wait, the
gotta
hot Cheeto
take-
one goes
Take
crazy.
off your, here's an old street trick. You take off your sock and wipe it off on your sock.
That is an
and
old
you
street
don't
trick.
use your sock for the rest of the day.
And then you put your sock back on
And then
quickly.
and then it hardens.
Wait, the hot Cheeto version is so much better.
Whoa. Wait, can I try?
Yeah, please.
This cheese, okay, here's my review. This is the worst shit I've ever had in my. This is really bad. It tastes like rubber.
Wait, the hot Cheeto one is amazing.
I know the hot Cheeto one's way.
Yeah.
The hot Cheeto one might be the best.
The best hot Cheeto nacho you've ever had.
That's
Swear to God.
delicious.
I've never had a better hot Cheeto nacho.
I'm comfortable saying I've never had a better hot Cheeto nacho.
I'm blown away.
And we're all in a resounding applause. We all love it.
Well, hold up. When I switch back to the regular Tostitos, my eyes are opened like slime.
Wow.
Like if you go from the hot Cheeto and you're like, damn, this is flavorful, back to the regular, you're like, damn, it tastes like melted plastic.
No, the original is excellent.
No, you are crazy.
The original,
Plastic is a good word, Ludwig. It tastes like it's
It
that.
does taste bad.
no,
But the hot Cheeto ones, again, really good.
really good.
Yeah, I think you guys just like Cheetos.
No, but
Eat the
my
Cheeto
God.
without the cheese.
with the cheese is better too. Do you want a hot? Here, have a hot Cheeto. I'm telling you, this is good. This is good shit.
And you guys said the Regal guy knew you guys?
Okay, I get it.
See?
The hot Cheeto like has some weird chemical property that like activates. It's like the mitochondria for the cheese.
It starts like fizzing when it combines with the nacho
it's really
cheese.
interesting.
It's a chemical effect.
I talked a lot of shit until I tried it, and now that's so interesting.
But I swear to God, you go back, it's like
You go
using
back.
rubbers again. And you used to think it was sick, but then you're like,
this
damn.
is nothing like busting inside
Yeah.
at all, even a little bit.
Not even a little bit?
It's weird because
Like
the cheese
busting
tastes
inside.
This is pulling out with a
the
condom on.
cheese tastes worse
Pulling out with a condom?
This is
without
pulling
the
out with a condom
Cheeto.
on.
Is it
I don't know.
ribbed? Guys, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
So the day I went and got nachos, I was pretty hungry, I won't lie. And it was a special moment. And don't get me, I stand by what I said. But then I went to the movies again. 2 days later,
Really?
I went again. And I said, I'm going to get another plate of those.
Did you
nice
go
little-
to the movies to see a movie, or did you
to
go
see a movie?
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna get another plate of those little nachos, and I'm gonna, because I like them so much. And then I got them, and I was like, these are normal nachos. I was hungry.
Okay.
That's not to say that I don't think they are quality, because I do. I think for a movie theater nacho, for I'm watching a baseball game nacho,
In
for
real time, we are watching the goalpost move.
Did you see? Okay, for
no,
one,
no,
this
I'm
is
admitting I'm wrong.
yeah,
Brother,
this
it's
is
on
big for
wheels.
him to do. So
That's
I'm not
true.
going to sit and
I'm
chastise
admitting I'm
him
wrong.
It's not
until tomorrow.
moving the goalpost
But
if he's just saying he's wrong.
True.
I don't
But
think he's saying
where I
he's
stand,
wrong. He's
I
trying to.
am. What I stand by is that in eating the nachos, they were my best experience eating nachos ever. I stand by that. Do I think?
Because you're watching Sonic 3.
Do I think if we enter what? No, it's a Kiki Palmer movie. If do you think do I think if I enter these into a contest with all the other nachos in the world, they would win? No,
I feel like
The cheese
just
is
to be
so
clear,
bad.
but I don't think I ever. I don't
It's
think I ever.
so genuinely
I think
bad.
you were saying
No,
that.
no.
We
no.
were looking at pictures of gourmet nachos, and you were like trying to throw up.
we were talking. You were like
that
looking-
way. It's
you
all
were-
on tape,
You
bro.
were looking at guac and you were like, ugh,
Ew,
what
who
even?
eats
What
that?
is green?
Look at all these vegetables.
Low key, I don't really remember that part.
You saw
That's
ground meat and you thought, yuck, gross.
You thought this
Give
could
me just
never.
the
This
yellow.
is terrible.
The ground meat's not the problem.
What?
What is the problem then?
It's like when they put olives on it, and then like
That's
also
good.
like when you
That's
get restaurant
good.
nachos, like half of them are soggy. Only like the top layer is actually like the good ones. I don't like the mentality behind it.
It's a gamble. Like we said, we were talking about this, and that's,
nachos shouldn't be a gamble. They should be a right.
Nick, what you have on your finger is one of the grossest things
you show the
humanity's
camera
ever
what-
made.
You look like Shinji.
Like
in the fucking-
I
in the
know,
scene.
I know deep down you hate this.
No, I don't hate it. Oh,
There's, dude, there's cheese all over my like shifter.
yeah, I gotta clean your car.
It's fine. These, dude, did you see the machine this came out of? These are barely nachos.
I don't ask questions like
These-
that.
Look,
I
these
don't.
are.
I don't want to see the
Bro,
machine.
I am
These
with
are
Nick. I don't
chips.
think you should ask questions.
I don't want to
I'm
ask
just
questions.
saying, it was in front of us. There were no questions to
Nah,
ask. It was an eye line.
Because if you start to ask questions about
It
Wagyu
looks
beef,
like-
it's not going to be fun
There were no
either.
questions.
What they made pretty patties out of.
Dude,
Yeah,
yes.
the sludge.
Dude, okay, I argue.
Snowpiercer, but it's just these nachos.
Here's my radicalized extremist opinion. These are barely nachos. These are like not even like
Whatever,
these are
dude.
nachos asterisk.
I'm so
You eat-
shocked.
Garbage food.
I'm just talking.
I'm so
no,
shocked that you are the leader of this fucking tirade.
I understand systems, okay? Systems and order. And if I'm eating
in shapes.
and shapes and grids,
And I think if there was a shape with a specific hole, I could match up the shape to the hole.
I could easily match the shape to the hole. I like to call things what they are. And it's like, oh, I had some chips and cheese the other day, and someone's like nachos. I'd be like, no. They weren't that.
These aren't nachos.
Dude, they're just
They're
not.
borderline.
They're like so close to
They're
not.
nachos.
They're closer to not being nachos than they are nachos.
Here's the
He's
comparison.
basically-
Here's
What?
the comparison.
I told
we
you I'm
made.
an extremist.
This is like if when we were walking over, it's like if you came in and told us I just had the best burger I've ever had, and like you did at LAX that one time. And then when we went to go get the best burger you've ever had, it was the hamburger at McDonald's. It was like it's
not a quarter pounder, just the
Just the
hamburger.
hamburger. The small hamburger
This
on
is
the
the
menu.
same thing as Post Malone. Like you sit around, you say Post Malone's fucking sucks.
This is not the White Iverson of nachos.
We should kill white guys with cornrows. And then one day you're sitting around and White Iverson comes on at the right time with the right amount of moonlight and your girlfriend just broke up with you and you realize he's kind of the man.
Nick, I want to be so clear. When I put a hot Cheeto in this cheese and I eat it, something is sparking in my
like
brain.
that. It's like Disney magic, like from the old times.
It is if I were to lick the cheese off of the chip, I might throw up. So I don't know how both of those things are
But it's
happening.
once the two come together, it's like Ratatouille.
It is like
When he
damn
matches up the
Ratatouille.
two flavors in
It's
Ratatouille.
damn like Ratatouille.
The nacho cheese is good.
No.
Dude, I love trash food and I hate this. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just being honest.
Have another bite.
Here's the thing:
Okay.
me and Aiden have devolved to doing the same thing, which is we'll take a hot Cheeto, we'll put it in the cheese and eat it. If we want a chip, we eat it without the cheese.
Yeah. I like the chips.
Can we talk about the chips alone just for a moment?
Well, they're Tostitos.
It's just bag chips.
They're just
You
bag
could just
chips.
buy this shit.
Oh yeah, at the restaurant they're making the chips, Aiden.
Sometimes.
Rarely.
Sometimes
Rarely.
they do.
I don't think it's
Yes,
rare.
sometimes they do.
They get some nicer
but
chips.
Most restaurants are dumping Tostitos for their nachos, and they're
He's
making
right.
the cheese and the toppings.
He is right.
You know what I'm realizing? I'm a nacho aficionado. Because when
That's
I
an
get
aficionado.
when I get aficionachos, I like them. I eat more nachos where they make the actual goddamn things in there more than I eat ones where they get them from the bag.
You're doing the slime thing.
I'm not doing the slime
I'm
thing.
trying to be with you, but you're making yourself
Yeah.
No,
like
listen.
like
You're
an
escalating.
I'm
evangelist
not
of
trying to say
nachos.
I'm an
What do you think is
evangelist.
crazier to say?
I'm saying my standard of
that
nachos
these
is
are the
higher.
best nachos ever, or that they're not nachos?
These are the best nachos ever.
Is crazier
Yeah.
than they're not nachos?
Yeah.
Categorically?
I think
Categorically.
Sometimes the alt-right
What are
wins.
they?
The alt-right
Because I
wins.
think they kinda
This is a
aren't.
situation where the alt-right wins.
here's
They had a good point, like broken clock type shit.
they're like
Yeah,
they're just
I-
chips. They're just chips and like synthetic cheese that you dip them in, which is not what nachos are most of the time.
It's like
Makes me sick.
I have to go with the alt-right here. You were wrong to put trigger warnings on food during Ramadan. That was
Yeah,
too
like,
far.
It was just ridiculous.
It was just a little silly.
It was just a little much. All the other shit.
I'm cool with.
I'm
But, you know, I had to draw a line somewhere. Me personally, that was it.
This is okay. This thought experiment for you, Nick. If you were at home and you had Tostitos nachos and you had spray cheese from a can and you were spraying the cheese onto a nacho individually and eating them, which is a fine snack, would you call that nachos?
Good question.
I think you're associating the act of dipping with the nacho, which is frankly disgusting.
I think nachos are tortilla chips and cheese. And whatever cheese you use is just so yeah.
What's a tostada?
Okay? You really want to get into?
just saying.
You really want to get into
Tostada
Mexican
It is a
food?
tostada.
When,
I don't know
when
what
does a
that is.
taco become a burrito ass argument? Is that what you want to do?
I'm
burrito
saying,
is a
where do
taco,
we
isn't it?
cut- where-
Burritos are no, because
Technically,
a
aren't
burrito
they
must
within
be
the family of
closed.
This is what
Tacos?
happens.
A
This is
burrito
what
must be
happens. See,
closed.
You break families up is what happens. And I'm not gonna play.
I still
your
don't know what a
little-
tostada is.
I'm not gonna play
I think
your
a
little
I'm not trying to be a
liberal
debate
games.
lord, okay, but like,
I think it's a word for like a thick man.
what's the difference between
Oh.
spray cheese with
Are
home
you
chips?
tostada? Luka
My
Doncic
point
is
is
a
that
He's a
tostada.
tostada.
nachos do
He's
not
a
need to be
tostada.
made with nacho cheese. They're often not. They're often made with like 4 cheese and cheddar and you know.
The
They don't require nacho. I feel like nacho cheese is a synthetic creation.
What you want to grab? Yeah.
yeah, this is gross.
No, but isn't that what nacho cheese is?
No.
What is nacho cheese?
Nacho cheese is this cheese that appears on the nachos.
Whatever it is.
Any format.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Well,
That's
no,
my
no,
argument.
that's wrong. Nacho cheese is specifically like this emulsified cheese.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. It's synthetic.
That
It's
is
like,
not that is what nacho cheese is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're saying what's a nacho, and you're saying if I put synthetic cheese on a chip, I'm like, well, that's It's kind of the spirit
These
of a
are
nacho.
great
yeah.
without the cheese.
I mean,
nacho
But would you
cheese.
say, would you get a call from your boy
Yeah.
and he's like, what you doing, bro? I'm about to finish gooning. Let's hang out. And you're like, I'm eating nachos.
Okay, look. If my boy used pistachio milk to make cereal, I'd be like, why? Yuck. But it's
That's
cereal.
Not,
Why
it's
is that
more,
different?
It's more like using Dr.
cereal.
Pepper to make cereal.
No, it's not like that.
It is.
It is not like
It's like
that.
using Pilk.
Oh, that's closer. That's closer.
These are so
the hot
good.
Cheeto one is
This is so
genuinely so good.
These guys haven't eaten all day. You're just eating fucking. You've been starving all day, and you found a dead rat,
No,
and you're
no,
like,
no,
bro,
no,
rat
no,
fucking.
no, no.
Rat's good, bro.
You
Rat
said it.
hits.
Rat hits.
Why don't
dude.
they tell you about rat growing up?
I'm telling you, if you go to a Regal theater, don't get the nachos, get the hot Cheetos with the nacho cheese.
Yeah, these are insane.
They're so good.
I'm gonna go back to this now. I just ate a bunch of hot Cheeto nacho.
I'm gonna say something. Those are the best nachos I've ever had.
Boom!
Oh my god.
The hot
That's
Cheeto
5
one?
booms from me,
Wait,
brother. Boom!
Here's the question:
Boom!
Is hot Cheeto nachos? Because like they're not
No.
chips.
Why would you take this away from Chester?
Because Chester has a lot.
You see what
Chester's not
You
wanting
see what he
for
tries
much.
to do?
I'm trying to make rules.
So if Chester was poor, you would allow it? It's Chester's. You know,
It's
Chester's.
Chester- yeah.
He's a self-made.
Let me take a drink
Tiger,
from my
a
small Coke.
So, you think Chester's self-made?
Chester, of course, he's self-made.
Chester is not self-made.
What is Chester? What? Who? What do you mean?
Is it good?
Chester is not self-made.
His parents worked at Raytheon.
No, well, but they didn't give him any of the money from that.
No, but they made him
No.
get a job.
Look, Chester's nepotism aside, my question is: are nachos with Cheetos considered nachos? Or say call them something else. Chachos.
So okay, I think if we
I
work
don't know.
backwards, if you were to have tortilla chips and then you were to spread hot Cheeto dust on it, that would still be nachos. So what's the difference about just swapping them bitches out with hot Cheetos altogether?
My God, he's cooking you. He's cooking you.
I do think Cheetos are chips.
Yeah, I think it's
They're in a
chips.
weird
Cheetos
family of
chips?
chips.
I think they're a type of chip.
I think they.
Yeah, slime.
I don't know, man.
Where are his okay,
They're
so dots
chips.
aren't gummy candy, and Cheetos aren't chips.
I see slime likes to organize things.
Of course I do.
He likes
Yeah.
to organize things in
I
affections.
like things making sense.
Distinct categories.
And if we start blurring lines, we get a whole
God
bunch
forbid
of
we
weird
blur the
shit.
lines.
God forbid. That would
God-
be
I've
bad for
gotten
the
worse.
We
world.
need to
cheese off.
divide the lines.
one thing can't be two things at once.
That
unless
would
it's
be-
a qubit.
Oh God, he's watching videos.
I want to say,
We gotta hear about
as
it.
the only Latinx person in this car, certified
Hold on.
good nachos with the hot Cheetos.
I refuse. I refuse for them to be called that.
I'm
I
Latinx.
refuse.
I'm Latinx, you're not.
Call it a snack.
I'm Latinx, he's not.
You can't say Latinx.
He's Latinx.
Dude, we said Latinx as a joke on the pod a couple weeks back, and people were messaging me. It's like, bro, don't say that. Not because it's a problem. It's just that a lot of people hate it. A lot of
Oh yeah, they just hate it.
yeah, they just think it's fucking
well,
condescending.
but we say it as a joke.
yeah, of course. But I thought it was really funny. Like we get a lot of pushback, but that one had some specific
Got a bit of spice to it.
pushback, which was interesting. They're not nachos.
Okay, we're gonna
But
go
whatever.
around. We're gonna go around.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone give their 1 to 10 rating, not in all-time food, in nachos.
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right, starting with.
Well, Nick, please. Having it
In the light of the morning.
having had it for your third time.
Now that you have your post-nut clarity on the nachos.
you don't have a movie to distract you.
You don't have presence of great friends to bounce up. Well, I guess you do.
Are there any breasts in the movie? If there was a movie to
Dude,
distract
there's
me.
so much cheese. I didn't even see
There's a lot
it.
of
It's all over my
cheese. There's a lot
car.
of cheese.
There's
All right.
so much cheese.
I saved a decent amount of it, but
All right, yeah, hit me.
guys, 7.
7. 7's great.
Still?
This tastes like a toy. This tastes like I put a toy in my
Well,
mouth.
okay, slime.
Fine.
I think it might have lead in it.
I give this. It's funny because again, my standard for a lot of shit is low. Like I'll eat a lot of shit if this is
What?
in front of. If this is in front of me,
No.
This
You
ain't
know?
you. Don't talk about yourself like that.
Don't bring yourself
No,
down.
just 'cause
You
we're
have
on
high
video, you don't have to mix
standards,
it.
dude.
Yeah, even though you do have a fingernail in your car, I don't believe what you're saying.
That's a freaking snack
That
for
is a
later.
fingernail.
Oh, shifter.
I bit
Just like
it.
my
I bit
popcorn.
it and I
You
spit
spit
it
it out
out.
in the car, and it's okay.
Now it's right there in front of
No,
you.
it's in the cheese
on,
a little
man.
bit.
Jeez,
There's
now.
so much, bro.
I give these a strong 2 to a light 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, these are bad. These are fucking bad. I'd rather be eating Totinos at home with spray cheese individually and we can call that nachos now because everything, I guess, is because we're merging everything. There's 100
Yeah, when I eat
genders.
steak and rice, that's nachos now. That's nachos because the rice is the cracker.
The
and
rice is the chips.
And the steak is
And
the
the steak is
cheese.
the cheese.
I guess that's what we're doing because they both come from cow.
See, you're getting it.
Yeah.
You're great. I'm running
All
for
right,
governor of
Ludwig,
Arkansas.
Ludwig, what's your rating?
The OG,
OG.
this chip with this cheese
Yeah.
is a strong 4 out of 10.
It's almost a 5?
It's a strong 4 out of 10.
Lud, get me the 5, baby. Give me the 5.
5 is average. 5 is.
Give him the 5.
Imagine them piping.
The
dog.
hot-
Imagine them piping.
5 you could eat this like every day.
Let
Wouldn't
me
make
get
it that
there.
much better.
The hot Cheeto is a 9 out of 10.
It is, it is really
Genuinely,
good.
it's
It hits
phenomenal.
so interestingly
It's
well. It's like,
it's
yeah.
better than almost any nacho I've ever had.
It's really
psychotic.
crazy.
I think it's so good.
You're reaching so far.
Do you know it was made by a Mexican? Is that what upsets you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Does
he
that make
doesn't
you-
like it
are
'cause
you
they don't have-
fuming?
Because they don't have Mexicans in
fuming?
Sweden.
And then,
Yeah, it didn't come from your white ethno state.
yeah.
Do
So
you want
it's-
to rename it to Hot American Gulf Cheeto?
I don't watch the Georgia Lopez show.
I don't know why he has always a low
Why is he on the trampoline?
I know, that's
Or the trampolines
Not
for the
everyone
white
wants a low
commanders.
rider.
So yeah, what do you think?
Aiden, let's flip it.
Yeah, flip that camera.
I think this is coming in. This is coming in. What? Let's talk about what might be good. You know, I'm thinking about what's the worst nacho I've ever had, and the problem is the worst nacho I've ever had isn't far from this. I think it's like wetter, soggier versions of this with like staler chips.
Yeah, like if they didn't separate it.
yeah.
It's like if
And
someone left this out for a while.
that would be a 1. That would be a 1, and I
Okay.
think these are coming in at a nice 3.
yeah, that's what I was saying
They're
too.
coming in
Like
at
I can handle
just
these.
a hard 3.
I think a 1 you throw up, like you can't eat it.
This
And,
is
like,
sitting exactly in the pocket of I would never ever spend money on this, but if they were sitting out, I would still eat them.
yes. Thank you. I think we see really
For me,
truly eye and ball
I'm
to
one
ball.
level above. I would order them at like a Dodgers game.
Yeah.
If the alternative is like weirdly long hot
It's
dog.
just
Yeah, I
below
don't
the
like the
tier
weirdly
of
long hot dog.
willingly order.
Because if
Really?
they're giving me more meat and they're trying to save money,
Where's
I don't
the
like
meat
where the
coming
extra
from?
meat's
How'd you
Sure,
get that
yeah,
extra
yeah.
meat?
Wait, you could get meat on it?
No, you'd have to customize
Could I get
it.
meat? You're saying we could go back up there and get some meat?
Dude,
We want some meat. Cut up the hot
imagine
dog.
the hot Cheeto ones, but with like some fucking carne asada
Now-
on it.
Now you're just building actual good nachos, and then you have
Yeah,
some guac,
he's just talking about and
and then maybe like a small set of
I
sour
want you to
cream.
do
Go
like a
back and
chip,
see.
maybe even a homemade chip.
Will
Yeah,
we
we should
post
do
this?
better cheese.
When we post this episode, go back and see the fucking awful lobbying you were due.
I won't.
You're drunken rambling in
say-
the night. Oh, it was disgusting.
Yeah, what's the hot cheese?
A little bit of this.
What's that? What's that rank?
I don't even like hot Cheetos that much, and that's easy as 7. That is
Yeah.
at least a 7.
I'm right on Aiden's tip here. I think his shaving his head has made me agree with him extremely. We're very similar.
We're
right
more
now.
locked in with them. We're borderline Siamese twins right
Here's the
now.
thing. though.
Borderline, not
Here's the
Siamese
thing.
twins.
Here's the thing. Because kind of the the essence of what I was getting at when I brought this to you in confidence, I'll say, which has been betrayed, was that a movie theater, to my surprise, is capable of producing a magical food moment.
Dude, the rewriting
And you
is
guys are just
insane.
having you guys are
The
just having that
rewriting?
moment with the hot Cheeto
The
version.
rewriting is magical.
It's not even the thing is though we picked this up and we went in the car. It's not necessarily about we were actually going away from the movie theater experience. We
What'd
just
you-
got
what'd
it
you do?
at the movie theater
My
counter.
point is the movies produced
think-
food that you guys
Okay.
rated above a 7.
When you go,
So my hypothesis is not bad.
Dude, produce is such a funny word. They just bought 2 items
man.
and smashed
Oh,
them
it's
together
horrible.
and sold it
So
at a
bad.
markup.
it makes me want to.
So why is it so crazy if I like it? Huh?
Best in your life? That was the
Best
crazy
in your life
part.
is insane.
Best
That's
in
why
your
this
life.
all started.
crazy.
That's what you
Here-
said like
here's-
100 times.
It's not crazy that you like it.
I
Can
don't
we
think I
come
did
together
that.
as friends? I think
I
what
don't
we've,
think I said that.
what we have learned.
Oh my god.
What we have learned is that Nick has not lived a fulfilling life in many aspects, and we need to hang out with him more.
There's holes. Yeah, his human experience has like holes in it.
There's
you
an
know what I
easy
mean?
explanation here. Nick, have you only had nachos like 4 times?
Yeah, right.
No, I've had a decent amount.
Low sample size.
We're trying to find you an out, buddy.
My girlfriend who fell down the stairs and no one asked if she was okay. She loves nachos, and I will eat off her little plate. So I've had plenty of nacho in my time.
Oh, so you've like
I've had many
hit.
dugout nachos. I've had many movie theater nachos, sporting event soccer game nachos. I've never made. No, I have made nachos.
Making nachos.
I've
is
made
so
nachos.
good.
with some like 4 cheese.
Nick, with opinions like this, you could be the GM of the Mavs.
Have you guys ever taken like the Tostino's nacho cheese stuff in the jar and then just dipped into it with chips?
Yeah.
Is that nachos?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, is that nachos?
It's lazy nachos,
It's
but yes,
lazy
it's
nachos.
nachos.
Poor man's nachos. I call it poor man's nachos.
Because you didn't do the effort of just
And you
putting
didn't
them
heat the
out.
I got a
up at
question.
all.
I got a
No.
question. Swap that dip out for a blue cheese dip. Is that a nacho?
It's a really gross way to make them.
I don't think that's a nacho anymore because I don't think blue cheese
But
is.
it's still cheese.
No, blue cheese dip is not cheese.
That's a dressing.
It's a dress. Yeah, it's
Kill
a dressing.
yourself.
Because blue
Next
cheese,
question.
blue cheese dip, I don't think is like real blue cheese.
Blue
right?
cheese isn't always
What
a
if you're
dressing.
dipping it in like goat cheese?
But probably what he's talking about.
But like,
Unless you're talking
You
about
know what
the
I'm saying?
blue
yeah, but like
cheese.
if
crumbled blue
we're,
cheese.
we're entering like charcuterie territory.
What I'm trying to say is like when you start dipping your chip in white cheeses, but is it still a nacho?
I think the cheese it can't be white. The
Why
whites
can't
don't.
it be the white cheese?
Because the whites don't get this one. The whites don't get. You
What's
can't.
wrong
Don't
with-
get this one.
You
Trying to
can't.
get a dub for the
It's
whites.
nobody nacho mind control.
It could be called Snow Bunny nachos,
It's nobody nachos. It's white cheese.
and you just cut up Gouda.
Wait, hold on. Let me try one more thing.
Of course, the Swedes trying to find a way to make it white.
Yeah.
That footage back there is going to be so unusable, I think.
This.
That's okay.
Almost assuredly.
The big one.
What
I
was-
think you can put
No.
almost
That's not good.
anything in nacho cheese and it'll taste okay.
except for these chips.
No!
Yeah.
This.
The chips are good.
We got a lot of really funny footage when we were walking and hanging out, and the machine that this emerged from, it looked like it belonged in like a car like manufacturing plant.
It's in like
It was like a fucked up like. It was gross.
I want to
bro.
show. I want to show all the cheese in the console.
Yeah, please.
it's like the villain's factory in a kids movie that just pumps
Yeah.
out sludge.
Dude, it was like the Power Rangers Ivan ooze, like fucking this shit. Like,
they're putting it in the water supply.
yeah, it turns you into a donkey, like in Pinocchio.
There's so much cheese
I know.
all over your car.
That's all right.
And we're gonna-
call it.
I'm gonna crash
can
out
call
about
it.
it.
all right, hey everyone,
Look.
let me get this back.
So what did we learn? We learned that Nick was wrong, and even he thought he was wrong.
Well, maybe the commenters, maybe our viewers.
Commenters, please
Hey,
go to Regal Theaters.
Visit a Regal theater near you. Order the nachos with code YARD.
They're saying movies are
And
back.
They're gonna know what that means. Say, I'd like the code YARD nachos. It's
Yeah.
5% off. And
While you're at
10%
it,
off
cancel your
movie.
Netflix subscription.
Yeah, and kill your parents. Archie, put a spiral on
Wow.
the screen. Like a hypnotic spiral. And kill your parents and eat the nachos and rate them an 8. Yeah, let us know what you think. I marked this one as a win for me.
That's crazy.
Personally. So,
That's crazy.
Wow.
Thank
Man's
everyone.
is delusional.
I
And
think
what
we,
win
I
did
think
we
we can all
walk out of?
agree that I've once again proven I know a lot.
We gotta kill that guy at the counter for saying Dr.
We walked out
Mario.
with
That
we
was
walked out with
crazy.
this win.
Nick, did you like your soda?
Yeah.
It was
Do anything to it?
it was Pepsi, bitch.
Oh,
Stupid
sure. That's
pussy.
fine. I like
He didn't even
both.
He didn't
You
even,
didn't even
fucking
notice.
know the
Both.
difference.
You
What,
didn't
is
even
it, what does
notice.
that matter? You
He
Pepsi'd me and I'm supposed
didn't
to be
know.
like mad?
We just
know.
thought that a guy who thinks he's
Guy-
so
guy
perceptive
who-
might take a look at the cup.
and this is your nacho leader.
This is who you listen to.
No! No! Delicious Pepsi.
I like Pepsi.
All right,
Milk.
man.
All right,
It's not
guys.
bad.
Well,
All right.
thanks for hanging out. Again, please, I swear to God, if you go to a Regal and try the nachos, we want to hear what you think because it's divided us like it's the most divisive thing we've ever
Good
dealt
shot.
with.
Hold the shot right there. It's a good
It's a
shot.
bad shot.
We're gonna close on this
Please
shot.
let me turn the
Okay,
camera
close it
around.
out. Close it out, Aiden.
All right, thanks for joining us in the back of the car at Regal Cinema, and you can get nachos just like us if you head on over there. So we'll see you next
Sign
time
up for
on
the
the
Yard Tickle
on the,
Challenge.
on the
The
super
Yard Tickle Challenge. We'll
on
come
the-
tickle
and
you.
then I'll come to your house and tickle you, and we'll give you some nacho cheese.